on location at yet another audition. I just drove 2 hours to come all the way here to have my 2 minutes in the room. And why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep doing this to myself? It's because there's a goal in mind. And I know that I will never get there if I stop showing up. I will never make it if I don't activate my persistence. Persistence is key. And let's take a look at some examples of that. I'm in a performance studio, which is where a lot of my work, my hard work, my effort, and all of that goes down. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about persistence, about picking yourself up and trying again and again and again until you see the desired result. And I don't just want to talk to you about it. Today I have a friend.
Hello.
Hi, Liz. This is Liz, everyone. And Liz has a really, really cool story that I would love for her to share with you about her journey and her persistence in a particular show that we're both a part of this year.
Well, Meka's right, and she is, this being here today with Meka is kind of already a mountaintop and a praise report for me. About 4 years ago, I walked by a stage at Epcot and I heard the most amazing thing happening. I was at Disney and I heard the name of the Lord being lifted up and I was blown away. I started to worship myself and I thought to myself, I need to be in this. What is this? This is incredible. I knew Meka and I knew that she had been part of the show before. So about the next year, I started auditioning for this show called Joyful. And I said, Lord, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna audition. I don't know what to expect. And auditioning is kind of the worst if you're not used to it. It's like you go into a room and people judge you, so who wants to do that, right? But you know what?
I know that all too well.
Thank you. Who wants to do that? It's like high school all over again, right? But you know what? I've come a long way in the Lord. He's healed me of cancer. He's brought me through crazy valleys. So why would I let that stop me, right? From something I really want. So I tried out the first year. I got a call back. I felt amazing, and then didn't book the show. So you know what? The next year I said, you know what? Let me do this tryout again, because sometimes you have to go back a second year. So I tried out for the show, got the call back again, got excited, and then didn't book the show again. So it was kind of starting to become a thing, like, should I even keep going back? This is stupid. Is this wasting my time? And this year I just thought, you know what, I want this and I want to glorify God this way, so why not keep going and show them that this really matters to me and this is something I want. So showed up again this year, call back again, and then I really thought I had not done anything because I started hearing that people had already been called, and I thought, okay, Lord, I don't know what you're trying to do in this, but it's okay because I'm yours and you hold the key to everything. So tonight I'm here because they finally called me to be part of the show, and I'm starting as a sub, and I just thought, that's amazing. I'll do anything, Lord. I'll join and learn every part just to be part of it. But it to me said that it was worth going back all those times, and you may get something and not the first time, but that's kind of rare, to be honest, in our industry. A lot of times it's more about showing up and showing up and showing up and then showing up, and you don't feel like it, and you think, well, they would have taken me by now if they wanted me, but that's not true. Sometimes they don't have the spot for you that they need, and it really matters to keep showing up. Keep showing up even when it doesn't feel like it. Keep showing up, show them that you want to be there, and then you never know what day is gonna be your day.
I love that. I love that. And the part I love the most is the keep showing up, because the only way that you're going to ensure that you won't get it is if you don't show up. That's the only way that you forfeit the whole deal yourself, is if you don't show up. But if you keep coming into the room, persistence means everything. We know the story in the Bible, the parable of the persistent widow, and how she continued to go before the judge. And there's so many other different stories in the Bible of people who just kept coming before the Lord, kept coming before the Lord. And he notices that. He notices our faith. He is moved by our faith. He is moved by our persistence. And when we continue to just set our minds and our hearts and our efforts towards what we want to see, even when it gets tough, even when it seems like, because let me tell you about rejection. Let me tell you something about rejection. Rejection is no fun whatsoever. It's not fun. It's not fun to hear no, or not to hear anything, or to, keep going and not know what's going to happen, the uncertainty and all of that. It's hard, y'all. It's super, super hard. I'm telling you, I live it every day of my life. And people ask me all the time, they're like, well, Meka, how do you do it? Like, how do you keep going? And I'm like, y'all don't understand. Like, it is only God. Yeah. Because if it were up to me, I'd be like, take all your shows and shove it, because I'm done and I can't do this another day. But when you are passionate about something, even in the moments that you want to throw in the towel, even in the moments that you want to quit, something in you continues to rise up. Yeah. Something about a dream continues to just grow and rise up, and you cannot stop. Like, you can't stop, and you keep going. You want to just reach that finish line. You want to see that thing that you've been praying for and that you've been believing God for and that you've been asking for. And so when you have that passion in your heart and in your life, you're not going to quit. You're not going to quit.
Don't you think it means more when you kind of earned it? Not earned it, but you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you get something on the first try, it feels good. But when you get it on the third try or the fifth try, you go, it feels amazing. I'm here.
But why though? Because it wasn't handed to you. Because you had to work for it. You had to toil for it. And when you have put in that kind of effort and you've invested that kind of time or money or energy or strength, yes, it's worth so much more, and God knows that. I recently had a revelation this last trip that I made to New York, and I'm telling you, this journey has been anything but easy. And it's been long, and it's been hard, and it's been tedious, but I found myself thanking God, and I was like, God, I thank you that first time that it could have happened, it didn't. I thank you that second time that it could have happened, it didn't. That I was almost there and I was really close. I'm thanking you now that it didn't happen then, because I realized had it happened any sooner, I wouldn't have learned the things that I've learned. I wouldn't be the person that I am today. I wouldn't have built up the strength and the stamina and the faith that I have now. I wouldn't have had the experiences that I've had. And I wouldn't have met the people that I needed to meet on this journey who pour into me and who I'm able to pour into because of this path that I've taken and this journey that I've been on. And so I'm so grateful that it didn't happen a moment sooner. I'm grateful that it didn't happen for you a moment sooner, because we needed to go through these processes. We needed to rely on God and depend on Him and trust Him in a way that we wouldn't have had it just been handed to us. So I'm telling you guys, whatever your thing is, whatever your show is, whatever your Broadway is, whatever your New York is, whatever that thing is in your heart and in your life that you've been dreaming about and that you want very badly, persistence, y'all, is so key. Trust God with every step. Continue to take risks and take steps of faith, because He honors that. And it will build you up in a way that you never thought possible. You will find a strength that only comes from Him. And you will be able to do what you never thought you were able to do in your own strength. I'm telling you guys, it's just so amazing when you set your mind to something and you set your hands to the plow and you trust our God and you are persistent and you never give up, even when it hurts, even when it's hard, even when you're disappointed. Somebody said to me that I had an unbridled optimism. And it's crazy because every time I go, I don't want to get my hopes up, but every time I do, because I recognize that that is the only way I'm going to stay energized and stay passionate. And also, when I place my hope in Him, I'll never be disappointed. I may be disappointed in the circumstances, but just like I am right now, I'll be so grateful for the journey and the process. So thanks, Liz, for being with us. Thank you so much for everything. And congratulations!
Come see us.
Yay! What do you see in your future? How can you stake your claim? How can you move forward with your dream? How can you ensure that your dreams become reality? First, you gotta show up. 2, you gotta be persistent. First and 2. First, you gotta show up. Secondly, you gotta be persistent. Third, you gotta have your head in the game and you gotta make sure that you're letting them know that I am here. Here we are.
No, life is not about the destination.